Good morning and hello, Mark Miller of Improve Our World. So happy that you're joining me here today. So remember now, Improve Our World, it's a new company. I haven't heard of it. Very few people have, I don't have many customers yet. But do you want to change something in your life? Anything. I don't care if it's your physical health, a relationship with somebody, or your financial situation. Whatever it is, I have a product using technology to help you change that part of your life. But it requires practice. It's not some magic pill. You take this every morning at 8 a.m. when you get up and you're good for the rest of the day. Not. It's the practice that makes the difference. Now, we'll tell you something. If you listen to this video for the next 20 or 30 minutes, I'm going to educate you. I'm going to change how you look at life. If you're trying to lose weight or improve that relationship or change your financial reality, when you look at your day, Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday, doesn't matter what day of the week it is, you're going to look at it differently. Because you, my friend, are going to be able to interpret the challenges of your life as to show you how the power and grace of ability to adapt determines your well-being. And we're going to set some examples today. This is new. I love doing this. This is just an improv, but it's great. And you know what we're doing it with? We're doing it with designs. You see these beautiful designs? Aren't these beautiful? There's a whole bunch of them here. Now, I have a big old 35-inch millimeter screen, so yours may not be that big. Here are the 3 principles and the 7 elements. 10 things that you want to put on. You take it on. You put it on like a jacket, and you move around. You hope that you keep it on yourself because it's going to put you in the right direction. You're going to be able to, lick your finger and put it up, and I'll say, "Yep, let's go that way." You'll always know which way to go. Always, always, and it's always going to be in the opposite direction of something negative. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be negative about anything. It could be negative about Monday morning. It could be negative about the fact that your knee hurts. It could be negative about your mama, your daddy. They used to be mean to me. Or maybe you love them and you give them great credit, but in reality, they were a little critical of you. Right? And they didn't support you in this or that, and so you're a little bashful, or you're a little overweight, or you don't do well in difficult situations, or this or that. Just realize something. Your parents did the best they could, right? But whatever your reality is today, your parents are the ones that molded it significantly more than anybody else on the planet. By a long shot, right? And your friends, your peers are number 2, right? one, two. That's it. No, that's it, right? Because whoever you hang out with, you guys probably agree on a lot of stuff. If you're disagreeing on a lot of stuff, you probably ain't gonna be hanging with them. You know what I mean? Nope, not hanging out with that guy. Grow up. But your parents and your siblings are kind of like your peers, right? Those are the guys you say, "What's wrong with mom and dad?" Or whatever. My kid would have been, "What's wrong with dad? He's a poo-poo head." Right? I was not a good dad. Bad news. That's my table. That's my boat of regret that I ride around with, And I wear it, I bring it up because I'm trying to help folk, because a lot of people ain't dealing with that part of their life. It's like, it's taboo. You don't talk about the fact that my daddy or my mom wasn't as good as they could have been, or you do the opposite. You hate them. The whole world is terrible because of them. And I'll tell you what, they had a lot to do with it. But guess what? They did the best they could. And if you mad at them, right, and you ain't forgiven them yet, big mistake. Big mistake. Big mistake. If you want to be happy. Because you see, you can't be mad at somebody and not forgive them. And then come a day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, any day of the week, it can happen, right? You mad at them. Yeah. Right? Make this connection. That's a good one. In that moment of you are not happy. Right? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And they don't coexist. No, they one, not the other. Other arrive, one going to leave. But they both can't be there at the same time. Right? That's the core message of Improve Our World, to help humanity evolve to a better place. Can we please stop all the violence? The child abuse? I was abused. I had nightmares. In fact, I had day epileptic seizures. Now, I don't know if I call it epileptic. I mean, I've seen somebody fall on the ground when they get epileptic. For me, everything just started getting loud. I mean, I swear, I'd be in a room and the walls were yelling at me. And I'm like, holy. Maybe I was on the verge of rematerializing like that guy on Star Trek and he went to another dimension, right? No, he turned into a ball of flame and he left the room. Maybe that's me. I don't think so, but it sounds good. Huh? Right? But that was my reality until I was 28. You know, it's just my nervous. Check this out. Now, this is called doctorate stuff. You can't hear any more accurate than what I'm going to say right now. You ready? Simple stuff. You see, in my life, my childhood experiences up to 20, and then, you know, young teenage years, and then young adult life, early 20s, through the mid 20s up to 28. Bottom line is all of that experience of my life had my nervous system get nervous now. Just because you got a nervous system doesn't mean you want it to be nervous. No, that's the wrong way. Go the other way. Go the other way, right? Not nervous, not relax. You got to learn how to relax. That's going to be something we're going to teach. You know, the great Jose Silva said, you know, you want to land in alpha during the day. I just love the hell out of that. Because, you see, I understand brainwaves. Do you? Pretty cool now. You see, nervous, it goes faster. Relax, it goes slower. But there might be something that you don't know about brainwaves. It's not about the rhythm. It's about the change of the rhythm. Oh, you see me? I'm pretty good at that, huh? Rhythm. I kind of have in the wrong place in my throat, though. You know, it's supposed to be up at mine's back at the mouth. Oh. All right, so here's something interesting about brainwaves now. It's cool stuff. You ready? So I'm going to drum. You see, what happened was I was dividing the time. I'd go from 1 to 2, and then I'd jump, you know, a couple of divisions, you know. But it was the division of time. It's rhythm. And when you get faster rhythm and you change it, it's really cool. It's called music. Have you heard of it? So check this out. When you think with power to change your life, right? Not your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cat, your dog, your spouse, your kids. You try to make theirs better now. And you try to hold them better, right? But your life, see, you want to think about what you want with more energy and control, right? More energy and control. And you got to be relaxed at the same time. So you got to be relaxed. And then as much energy as you can go. And by the way, control it precisely. Don't let it slip off. Everything's got to be perfect. Huh? You got some practice to do, fella. You can't even make a big balloon fly across it. You got to make a whole life happen. Oh, gee, you're months away. You're months away. Nah, you're not. You can do it right away. What you do is you say a word, and you think that word for a breath, which can be a long time. If you take a long breath, your heart can beat 7 or 8 times. And it's the heartbeat. See, as a human being, your heartbeat and your brain, those are your 2 things, you know, and lungs, right? Your breath, right? Breath, heartbeat, brain, right? So your heartbeat is a rhythm. It's the rhythm of life. And if you want to have a great life, you want to get that bad boy going sometime. That's your heart. And you want to go. Just kidding on that. You don't want your brain. Maybe your heart could do it, but that's probably not what you need to do. But what strengthens your heart is to Ramp that baby up, man. Get it going. See, what I did, which is healthy because I had the ability to relax. I hear some people actually work out and die of a heart attack. That's weird. How can you work out and die of a heart attack? I don't get that. My brain doesn't process that. Because, see, I understand biology. Simple. The heart's a muscle. You work it out, you feed it well. Oh, that's probably why I had a heart attack. You probably didn't eat enough whole foods, right? But if you work out your heart, it gets stronger. And it's going to survive more stress. So just work that bad boy. How do you do that? You work your body. You got to get up and run and climb and fall on the ground and flip over and do burpees. You ever tried a burpee? You go down, you jump down to your hand on the feet and you push out like you're going to do a push-up, right? And then you tumble back up and you jump back up. That's a lot of work. Usually not recommended over 60. Somebody in the crowd said, hell, over 50, I wouldn't try that. Right? Very easy. But it's fun. It's fun. The big thing when you get old, though, all you young guys, just hang in there. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you, okay? When you get old, your body hurts. Your body hurts. And when your body hurts, it ain't no fun. Give me a pain pill, man. My wife, man, she won't take pain pills. I need a pain pill, right? I'm going to try to get her to take more pain pills. She got to chill out a little bit. But yeah, I take pain pills when I'm in pain. But I learned, though, the better way to do it is to take just enough so you take the teeth off it, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to get rid of the pain that you can feel it and then not deal with the cause of it. Hello. You paying attention there? Because you might not. See, you find the pain in your body, your elbow, your knee bone, your hip bone. It's probably in the hips now. There's some good doctors out there. It's all about the hips, right? Balancing them up. Think of your body, you know, like a building, right? A high rise, right? And your head's like 80 stories up there. You better hope them legs, the muscles in the legs on the front and the back are balanced. If they're out of balance, you're gonna be stilted forward like this. Oh, right? That's what happens to a lot of people, right? They get out of their tummy tightens down, and their chest contracts down, right? They're standing like this, and they go, right? And then their shoulders come forward, right? And then their head comes forward. Their head goes like here. It goes like a foot and a half, right? And then you'll get spinal cord that does not do this. Oh, my back just popped just then. See, so when you take care of your body, you pay attention and you line it up. You think big thoughts, happy thoughts, and makes your life better. Look at this. So we're talking about power and grace of ability. So I'm going to scoop in here. So what you want to do is you want to think about being in this body that we're in, right? How's your body? Mine's a little old, you know. And you got eyes, you got ears, you got a mouth, you can talk, smell stuff, you know, you eat stuff, you know, you sleep, you move around. So when you're at any point where you have something happen in your life, just stop a moment and think of this. Okay, here's this body with my skills. So how's my ability to move through time and space, right? Just go with me here now. Your body, sitting, standing, talking, putting on clothes, you know, cleaning itself, feeding it, right? And then moving around. Right? Can you talk well? How do you look, right? How do you think other people think of you, right? What do you think of yourself, right? See, and you think about morning, afternoon, evening, night. Morning, and you think about what's in my life? What's in my life? And you know, you find out that everything fits here, right? Everything in life fits in 3 places, and it's always happening in 1 of 3. Think about this. It's always your body, right? And if your body's letting you down, if it's hurting, you've been neglecting your body, right? Pay attention to it, and the pain goes away. It takes a lot of work. It takes time, and it takes doing difficult things, and then your body gets better, right? Your thoughts are about everything. It's about your body, about interacting with people, and interacting with the economy. Make some dinero and save it and get some income so you don't have to work as much. This is good. This is good. Right? The trick is to get interested in doing the things that will get you what you want. What people do is they make the mistake of choosing to not do things that they're not enjoying because their childhood didn't teach them importance of doing difficult things, right? Their childhood didn't teach them that. So, but it's never, Tony Robbins says it's never too late to have a good childhood. And I think it's all that from you. Hey, Tony, hey, how you doing? So, you know, what you're doing is you're reprogramming yourself. Let's go back in there. You lead the way, I'll follow. Let's find all the negative stuff and wash it away. With what? The opposite. If it's negative, flip it over like a big pancake. Right? Stay on this side. Go in the other direction. If you're going towards sadness and pain, flip around. Do a 180 and head in the other direction. Right? That's how you're going to heal your life. And you got to figure out these tasks. You see, there's tasks. Look at these tasks. You see? And you got need and desire on the opposite of the outside of whatever it is. Right? It's yourself, your thoughts. You got something that you want, but something that you need. You got to take care of both. How about interacting with people? Look, who's the first person you're interacting with? Yourself. Yourself now, right? You're always there. Sometimes do you just want to tell that guy to shut up, huh? I mean, would you please stop talking, right? How about you get that song stuck in your head? Oh, man, I'm working on this project for you guys, for me, for my wife, and to change the world, I hope, in a wonderful way. And sometimes I get these songs stuck in my head, and it's a variety. I listen to a lot of Beatles on Sirius, and then of course, I listen to music from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and even the current stuff. Love the current stuff too, you know. But you get that song, and you're walking around, you're singing that sucker for like 3 hours. And I'm thinking, can we turn the radio off, please? Because you know what I found of value? The silence. You know, when you can be in silence inside your body, you have to go there a lot in practice, right? So that you feel, you know, your head over your shoulders. You realize you're a human being and you want to connect and you want to experience love. You want to try to get positive as much as you can and try to hang over there. But you're going to come back, you know, the equilibrium, you know. You can't always be happy. But the more you work out, the more you endure the pain of the strain, the more strength you have to be happy and to play, right? Because to be happy and want to play like a child, you got to have a childlike energy, right? I mean, you can't be old with a backache. Nope, backache, play, no, that coexists, right? And that's where you need pain pills. Huh? I'll take a pain pill, right? I'll take a pain pill. And then you can play it, right? I'm thinking I'm against the drugs that the pharmaceutical companies make, especially whenever they have the one where they say it'll dirty your liver and your kidney. The Western medicine uses too strong of stuff. Antibiotics, it kills microorganisms. The problem is it kills the smart ones and the dumb ones. It kills the good ones and the bad ones. So antibiotics, mommies and daddies and fellow human beings, don't do that. You know what else it does? It steals your nervous system's opportunity. Are you ready? To do its job. To do its job. What's your immune system job? I think it's to keep me healthy and get rid of the cold. Oh no, take a cold, take a pill. Yeah, you don't need to let your body do that. Just take a pill. Make it feel better. Now listen, when I get a cold and I'm hurting and I got to work, I'm taking some cold medicine now so I feel better, right? But do I want to kill the bug or let the bug be healed by what? What I eat, how I move around, be healthy, cut back on the sugar, increase the vegetables. It's always that, right? It's sugar always, right? And then you may have, alcohol, that's sugar. Maybe you smoke something, or something. Or maybe you, eat a lot of pasta, right? But it's going to be sugar, right? Donuts, coffee with caffeine, right? Caffeine with honey in it, sugar or milk, right? But you have that sugar thing, huh? So when you get this stuff and you can free your body from pain with exercise, improve our world. I hope to create a planet full of people that are ripped, baby. Like 90-year-olds will go like this, and they'll be like a world-class athlete. Maybe. See, what we want to do is we want to expand the life expectancy. There's nobody at the wheel of planet Earth, leading everybody, there's a handful of people, and I think it's just a couple thousand people that have billions of dollars, and there's a whole bunch of people with hundreds of millions, and then there's a whole bunch that don't have much, right? So what I'm saying, though, is there's no plan. There's nobody smart enough to come along and go, hey, fellas, let's quit hoarding the health and spread it around. You can't spend the shit anyway. If you got $200 billion, what are you doing? You got about five. What are you going to do with the sixth? You can't spend it. So you make that distinction, right? And when you, but I'm talking about people that have huge amounts of money, right? They run the planet, right? And I wish I was one of them, you know. Then I'd be trying to convince myself, right? Yeah, it'd be fun to be that much money. I hope to get there. But anyway, but see, planet Earth, man, it's just us here, you know. You look at history and everybody, you know. You got people with a lot of money, and you got spiritual cats. It's usually not the same. I don't know. Maybe there are some cats, you know, that had a lot of money, billions of dollars, and also were spiritual. But usually it's different. You know? See, what we need, though, is we need to change humanity. We need to evolve to a better place. We need to evolve to a better place where everybody's really smart and really healthy, right? So hospitals and doctors and psychotherapists and nurses and the admin people, you know, that work in that part of the world economy, get retrained to help people that are strong and healthy and wanting to explore, right? To be the best they can be. That's what we need. We need all these people that are sick, like 98% of them, okay? Maybe 95%, maybe only 66%. Hike, right? But you need a whole bunch of them, right? You need a whole bunch of them. And so you get like 3/4 of the people, and then everybody's just smart. Cities change. Violence will go away because really smart people don't want to fight because they don't want to get hit. They go, I might be able to take him, but if they're fired up, they go, let's put on some gloves, right? Hey, and if you're a young guy, you may want to do that, right? And if you're out drinking and you're fired up, it's tough, right? But mental strength will restrain the young man that's fired up on testosterone. Chill out, man. Keep it in the game. Keep it in the game, right? And what you see is you see where men who rule the world with some ladies coming on and everybody's ruling together, right? But you've got this testosterone drive thing. And the challenge is we're still like animals in the wild. Think about it, people. You know, I watch that stuff on YouTube and I can't believe I watch it, you know, like a killer whale, you know, chomping on a little seal. And I'm thinking, what am I watching this for? Or tigers taking down a cantaloupe, right? Or whatever the hell they take down a cantaloupe. That's a fruit, isn't it? A vegetable, fruit. Anyway, so, but you know, you see this violence, right? And it's kind of ugly. But I keep going back and watching. It's like I'm an animal, right? Show me violence. Oh, right? We're primitive, right? Think about it, huh? We're evolving, though. What we need is to get smarter, though, right? We need to get to where the most powerful people in the world, somebody shows them, yo, this negative shit's lowering your happiness. You can still have way more money than you can spend. Way, way, way more, right? You can keep that, right? But everybody gets smart, including you. How about you? Can you forgive your mommy and daddy? Huh? Some of you need to do it. Some of you need to do it, right? Right? You got to forgive them. What was it, like 35% or 52% of people got to forgive their mom or dad? I mean, what's his name said, psychology, Sigmund Freud, Psychology and Sex. No, my psychology is forgive your mom and dad. Sex is up there now. What we need is to teach us men to get ready for this sex drive that's going to be inside our tummy. Oh, man. You need strength to restrain from that thing. Like you're a dog, man. You just want to screw everybody that's cute, you know. Oh, it's really a nuisance for me when I want to try to be, you know, more respectful. And man, and when you're younger, here's a funny story about me. You get to hear the intimate truths about me. When I was a young man, I wanted to be spiritual. I did, you know, because I just love love. You know, give me the good stuff here. Feed it to me internally. I like love. I like good stuff. But I didn't want to be that because I thought I had to give up sex. I'm serious as can be. It's true. I said, no, don't do that. I like my sex. One of those religious cats got to go have great sex and have a good relationship with God and be a great citizen. But have the great sex. What's the problem when you get older and you've been with somebody for a couple of decades, sex becomes a job. It ain't fun, man. It don't become fun. Lying in bed, getting ready to make love is like a wrestling match. Oh, she got me in the eye. Huh? Huh? Now what's funny is I felt that. I bet at least, 100 million people, 200 million people have had a similar experience with their mate. But they're not under 25 or 30. No, that don't happen. It's over. I think it starts at 40, 50? Not at 30, man. You're still good at 30. 40, 50, 60, forget about it, man. Not gonna happen, man. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out and find some people that are sex coaches, right? Because I need a coach, right? My wife doesn't. We need a coach, right? But what I'm talking about is the coach that teaches you how to do it step by step by step by step. And I'm going to put them into a prayer session. So if people like me that older, probably over 50, and their mate sex ain't just something you guys just ain't. You can't get in the groove, man. You're capable, and you're both attracted to each other, and you like each other, you love each other, right? But sex, maybe tomorrow I got a headache. Huh? Maybe next month I'll have a headache. Right? Sometimes it feels like that, right? When you're younger. Anyway, sex, crazy. Children. I'm going to teach everybody, children too. I'll have to, probably won't put the sex thing on with the children, right? Put those two on different videos. Right? We're having fun and we're learning, I think. So we're back to this ability, right? And covered some interesting stuff on the sex, huh? And the power and the resources. And can we have somebody that shows up, that's smart enough and powerful enough to sell the people with money that there's a better way. Because if we get the people with the power to also have the mental power, there's this political belief, tax system. It's a Republican story that it's called the trickle down. It's a trickle down. What you do is you cut the taxes for the rich, right? And then they're going to, with their money, this extra money that they have, and they already have more than they can spend, right? They can't spend it all. Well, let's give them some more, and then they're going to let it trickle down upon you. No, thank you. Even if I was a rich guy, who I am now, I go, nah, come on. I got more than I need. I can't spend all this stuff. Let the government take it and put people to work. Everybody need a job. Last point here for the day. I think I'm going to be making this point a lot. Is what I'm teaching people, teaching humanity, is that whether you're in a communist or a capitalist state, right? There's still jobs, there's still ownership of businesses, right? In some way. I believe even in communist countries they have ownership of businesses, right? I don't think the government does everything, but they might take a lot, right? The main thing is that with capitalism in America, where I grew up, right? Louisville, Kentucky, 1958. Capitalism, in my way, presents a service to the town, the cities, if there's a profit. But if there's not a profit, then we need somebody to come along that already has enough money, or somebody that has freedom of their time to give service to that part of the town. So what you want to realize is America, which I believe is the best way to go, is to basically vote away the Republican Party as it is today, that wants to cut taxes on the rich and shrink the size of the government. That is exactly the opposite thing to do. We should increase the taxes on the rich. We ain't taking it away from them. They're still going to have way more than they can spend, right? They're just going to pay a hell of a lot in taxes. But the big thing, though, is the communities, not just take the taxes away from them mindlessly. Let's do it intelligently. Let's do it in a way that each community, the town, Vallejo, San Rafael, San Francisco, Oakland, every city in America is protected to have a financial stability that allow the tax-paying citizens that live in that community have the services function, right? And the government, if it's really effective, going to keep putting people to work. No free lunch. No free lunch. No free lunch. That's in another city, Toddy. I don't think it's out of the country. Here, you have to work if you want something. Now, if you pay in, great. You can. Hey, there's your income. You put it in, you can get it. Do your thing. But if you've been unfortunately, missing out on your opportunity to contribute, to make a paycheck, to receive benefits, you need to go to work. And if we had a big government that has the smartest cats working there, we don't let, Apple and Microsoft and Oracle and then GE, we don't let them steal all the smartest people. We're going to handpick some out of the best companies. We're going to and we'll make sure that they work there, and the government pays them. We got to pay these cats, right? But you got to have the smartest guys, these teamwork to do what? Make cities start working together, acquire resources. They need to own the land that the city is in, right? And collect taxes. And they can't let no utility come in and write-offs. There are zero write-offs for utilities. Relative, right? We're not saying you can't make a profit, right? But what happens with corporations, I believe, now this is just my mathematical idea. Remember, I want to be a billionaire. But when you get to a certain point, you can't write anything off. So why try to get richer? Hey, Bill, Mr. Gates, you already got your 30 billion. This is 20 years ago. 30 billion, that's 20 years ago. A long time ago, right? You're done. But you'll get a little more. Have fun. We want you to interact with all your buddies, but you can't grow anymore. But you're good. So have fun. We love you. But what could cool, though, is that somebody like Bill may want to keep contributing and go in history. Let's compete for who can contribute the most, not who can get the most money. Because I don't think you can spend $200 billion. I don't think Bezos can spend that. No, he can't. Everybody over 100, come on. You can't spend it, right? But what is the number? I don't know. I hope to find out, though. That's wrong, man. Give me more money. Even though I say this stuff, I ain't some radical communist now. I'm a capitalist now. I'm a capitalist, baby. You got to give me a chance to work. Give me a chance to work and make money. You have to have that carrot. It's good for you. See, I believe what the government should do is inspire everybody with desire. Everybody should use a hit, ability, and have an improving technology to bless them with a strong desire to be happy, to live the best life possible you can live. Nothing better, and you're doing it, baby. Hitting it hard, and you cruising. Look at me go. Right? Value the pain of the strain. Understand the power of intrinsic pleasure to create happiness, pleasure deep in your heart and your spirit. Right? Clear your mind. Quit thinking negative stuff. Quit thinking the negative stuff. It takes work. And look at all these areas you got to take care of. What do you think about money? What do you think about the economy? What do you think about rich people? What do you think about poor people? What do you think about white people? What do you think about black people? What do you think about women? What do you think about men? What do you think about young guys that look crazy? What do you think about old guys that look crazy? Whatever you're thinking, right? Do you have your needs and desires? Do you know what you need to do? Or are you kind of vague on that? This is what I do, is what I've always done. And you got pain. See, what you want to understand is to acquire grace, you have to perceive all of the stuff. And there's a lot of stuff, right? And you got to organize it and put it in categories. Everything fits in a category, right? See these categories down here? Right? So you perceive and you interpret what you perceive. And you got to make sure you don't start interpreting and be done before you've taken everything in. Then you've missed something. And then you're going to make a mistake and your life's not going to be as good as it can be. That's an absolute, by the way. Nobody's going to live their life and be ignorant of something that's relevant to their happiness and be as happy as they can be. That's illogical. Now, maybe somebody gets lucky, but that sucker won the lottery. Everybody else is suffering, right? It ain't going to happen, right? You have to be aware of what's in life. And why don't we have everybody be aware of the truth? Hey, if you work hard, you can get rich. You got to keep working hard, and you can save it. You can own a lot of stuff. You can get crazy rich. But at some point, we're going to limit you, because we evolved to a better place. And we had somebody really, really charismatic. We need somebody with Donald Trump's charismatic, but Obama's heart. Uh-oh, I just lost all my Republican people. Ah, hello. I think we're going to have to take this one out. Maybe, maybe not. I tell you what, I believe that if you're a Christian, I know you're a good person and you want to be good. That's why you believe in God, right? You're making a choice, right? But I tell you what now, when you think politics, you got to think money and don't trust nobody. You're supposed to trust Jesus and God. That's cool. But don't trust no slick talking man that's got some charisma. His charisma, he could be a bad person. And so when they try to get you to protect the rights of an unborn child, an undeveloped child, right? And it should be undeveloped quite a bit before you allow them to remove the baby now. No late abortions. Hello, that's a crime. Right? Got to be early when it's a little pollywog, right? I'm sorry, it's going to turn into a person, but it's not one yet. It's a pollywog. Look, it's got no hands, head, face, ears, nose. Got none of that. Don't even got a spinal cord or heart. It's just a little germ. Right? Okay, we get rid of it then. That's my thoughts on it, right? But what's important is to realize that if somebody's protecting this unborn child, what about the money? What about the money? Are they paying their taxes? And is the government big? Because here's something important to realize now. This is a big one. Government's a good thing if you're a normal middle-class person. If you got a whole lot of money, it's a pain in the butt because they want to regulate you and they want your people to show up and have you make all these reports and stuff, right? Pain, right? But if you're most of the people, it's a good thing. And you know why? Because the people, the government, by the people, that means middle-class people work there. And nobody with money is allowed to come in and write a check. That's illegal. It's illegal. Can't come in and write a check. You can put it in a kitty, and then somebody that can't favor it will distribute it. But you can't give money to politicians, right? All of a sudden, what you want is a big government, like I said, right? A big government. And all of a sudden, you have somebody in town, that got laid off. No problem. He go back to work next week. They give him a few days off. Oh, you go back to work. Right? There's no crime there. He's not going to be doing crime, or she's not going to be doing crime because they ain't got no money. Who does crime? People that don't got no money, and they got to do crime. And that's what they learned when they were young, right? And it doesn't make us badder than us. It just makes them less fortunate, right? For sure. And they hurt people, and it's bad when they hurt people. But they just doing the best they can. Everybody doing the best they can. Ain't nobody on purpose doing the worst they can. Because happiness is something we all strive for. Just be happy. That's what we're all striving for, right? Everybody. When we start understanding stuff scientifically and looking for the best option for everybody, including the rich and the poor, right? And we just try to look at resources. It takes knowledge, to take down resources and then potential possessions and the potential impact of those possessions on an individual. And as possessions begin to accumulate, right? Possessions and wealth, is there a point that it gets to where you can't get happier? It's like, nope, you can double it, you can go up 1 million more, you can go up, and it's not going to get better. This is it, right? Now let's don't make it too small now, because you do need the billionaire. You do need the billionaire. We ain't ready for some equality crap, or the most you can get to is 100 million. Not. That's not the case. No. I think my guess it's 25 to 50 billion. That's my guess. Maybe 50, but could be 25. I don't know. I don't do all that math stuff, right? I can see it in my head though, the big pictures. All that little calculator stuff. Somebody else with some better math will do that, right? We talk about making it better for everybody. Why not make it better for everybody? Make everybody see it. And so what we need is somebody smart and powerful, right, with some charisma and a good heart to come along and start helping people with wealth to start making better choices, right? So the rest of us can have more resources to get along better. And the negative media that's allowed, when people are allowed to, I love Fox Entertainment, but man, their news is scary. That's just so negative, right? And MSM can have some negative too, man. I ain't down with this pandemic thing and taking drugs. Uh, I do like taking drugs, but I'm not a flu shotter myself. If you want to take a flu shot, my wife may do it. I mean, no big deal. It's just what you want, right? But I've never had a flu shot in my life. I just never did. And, I've gotten the flu, sure, but I've never taken a flu shot. And of course, I hear people, I ask them, what happened? Have you taken a flu shot? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. And some of them, like I've asked at least 7 or 8 people to say this, right? I took a flu shot and I got sick and I've never taken another one. Just ask around. Start asking, right? And that's what you're going to hear, right? And so, see, I'm not against any corporation making money, but let's start looking at what's best for everybody. Let's start making the world better with science. Listen, a talk from the heart. Talked about some interesting topics today, expressing what I feel inside that I hope will help, that I know, believe, the depths of my heart will help people. I just want to help people get happier and make money. I want to make money. I like making money. Money's a good topic. Money is not the root of evil. And if you think that, I feel sorry for you. You need to love money and appreciate it for what it is. It's how you buy stuff. More stuff, you're able to buy more. More money, you're able to buy more stuff. Good thing. Right? Is there a limit? Probably. Don't worry about it. You'll just go make money. Right? Go make money. It's fun. It's fun to make money when you get your mind right. Money I earn from my work, get better at my work, feel better about myself. Simple, simple. And that works every time too. It works for everybody. And it's always present. There's never a time that what I just said is not present in somebody's life, ever. Right? Somebody may be, a housewife, right, and their husband makes money, but in some way, the fact that they don't have the ability to have money, to make money, and know how to make it, they're still impacted slightly. My suggestion is everybody, including housewives, understand economics and understand basic business principles, because it's the business principles that apply to life principles. It's the same stuff. Discipline, execution, monitor, keep things organized. What structure can we put in place so the good stuff that we want shows up without us having to do anything? That's structure, that's business principles applied to life. The principles that enable you to make money are the principles that enable you to create happiness. It's the same thing. And I think, now if you're blessed and you're a wonderful woman or a man and you're married to somebody who's taking care of you financially, cool. Just hope that it lasts and you get half, whatever, if you guys were to break up, right? But money's important, right? Personally, if anything were to happen to my wife, I'd make sure financially she was taken care of, right? If anything happened to me, or if we broke up, you know what I mean? She's gone through hell to be with me. I've been, the last 15 years, oh my God, it's just been terrible to get to this point, to bring this product to you. So, and money. So anyway, I talked about that. I think that if you don't know money, you don't know business, I encourage you to learn them. The principles, you can learn them in like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Don't give some big, long math crap. Now just teach the principles. And you heard them here on this video. If you back it up and listen to that, write it down, memorize it, and then apply it to your life. And systems in place, execution, discipline, structure, keep it built and run it, right? Operate it. Consistency, right? You apply that to your life, and whatever you apply it to, that area of your life is going to become positive if it's negative now. All right? Bunch of good stuff. Went to some politics today. Stay with me, Republicans. I love you. I'm going to help you. Learn these areas of life to master your habits of thought and your beliefs and your levels of ability. Why settle for less level of ability at anything when if you can find out what it looks like to have more ability and practice it pretty quick, it'll come along. A couple weeks, get a lot better. A couple of months, lot better. A couple of years, that area of your life is going to be amazing. Amazing, whatever it is. If you want to make something in your life, anything amazing, find out what world class looks like, observe it and study it, and then practice it. See how you monitoring how you're doing. Is your foot in the right place? Are you smiling? Are you appreciating? Are you flowing? Are you positive? Are you consistent? How you doing? Right? Is there structure there that you're riding because you put it in place? Right? You're working within the structure that you've determined that's going to bring you the most happiness. That's what you want to practice. That's what you can learn at ahitforme.com. I love you. I hope you'll have a wonderful day, and I hope you keep coming back. Lots of good stuff coming from Improve Our World. Please go subscribe. Need your subscription so I can build this thing. I got a team of about 8 or 9 right now. Love to get up to 25, 50, 100 people creating great content for you. Great content to program yourself to be aware and grounded in positivity, to nurture people, to be positive to everybody, starting with yourself. Forgive your mom and your dad and anybody that's hurt you, and stay in the positive. Be productive. Create the best life you can for yourself. You can do it. It's there. It's possible. Just commit yourself to the daily practice. Stay positive and do have fun. Fun's important. When you take care of your life and you're happy, you'll have a cheerful spirit, which will want to be silly from time to time. Give somebody a hug. Thank you.